I'm gonna be honest, I'm not excited. Something tells me next week we'll have very similar performances back to back. Hey guys, welcome back to another recap. Before we get into it, I want to talk about the fandom of Kingdom 2 right now. The way this season is so region-locked, with no access to episodes for global viewers other than the YouTube streams that are only up for a day or so, is a terrible choice. From what I've seen, this how they rolled out the first season of Road to Kingdom, but it's clearly not working this time. I have seen none, and I mean zero, hype for this season. The views on YouTube performances also hasn't been the best. And it really sucks because this been one of the best first 2 episodes out of the recent mnet survival shows. I don't know guys, there are definitely other reasons as to why this is struggling. For one, the Kingdom and Queendom series just hasn't been sound good in general. But we'll see, maybe it grows as the season goes on. Anyways, let's finally get into the episode. The episode starts with a recap of the last one. TNX won against Tempest on the Stray Kids battle, and Unite won against AJANUGU in the Enhypen battle. We have 3 teams left, which will all battle against each other. The winners of each battle get 1,000 points added to their final scores for this mission, so there's still very much a chance the losing teams for each battle win or rank high in the final mission score. Anyways, we go back to the main stage where Onius, the Crew 1 and Gravity come up onto stage. After some hype up, we cut to Onius' preparation and performance segment. First off, the ace representing Onius for this round is going to be Hwangwoo again. When deciding what song to choose out of the multiple NCT units, they end up deciding on Kick It. They then decide to do a superhero concept, but with suits, which is interesting, I guess. More specifically, they choose a Kingsman concept. Anyways, the performance itself was great. One of their main concerns going in was making small mistakes, but even they did, I genuinely would not have noticed and it wouldn't have impacted the performance. It definitely is because Onius has already experienced a Kingdom series, but this is really the only one, other than Unite, so far that has genuinely felt like a Kingdom/Queendom performance. And while I prefer the Unite's performance overall, their story, props and production left more of an impact on me. I do think Onius used the size of the stage the best. The backup dancers were present during the entire performance. Hwangwoo actually felt like an ace and center. It was just really good. Some of the other teams critique Onius' performance because the other members blended too much with the background. We then cut to the next group's preparation. The Crew 1 quickly choose their song to be Watch It by the boys. They also choose Seungwon to be their ace. During their practice, Juyeon from the boys comes to visit. While Juyeon liked their performance, he felt there was no impact. Therefore, the members keep tweaking to fit each of their own charms. The performance itself was good. So far, all of the groups this episode have been using the big stage really well. But I don't know, I still felt like something was missing even though they had everything, and I really can't point what is missing. It still felt like I needed something more. I also felt like Seungwon felt a little lost in the crowd. He wasn't a bad member, but it didn't feel like he was the main member. The other groups actually felt the exact same, which surprised me. Again, these scripts are written live as I'm watching, so overall it was good, but yeah, I don't feel like it didn't have that oomph I needed. Anyways, after a couple of more grievances, we cut to the final team performance for the first missions. Gravity expresses their disappointment in not being able to perform for the intro stage. They decide to give the ace position to Hyunjun again so he can make up for his first performance. They then choose Sugar Rush Ride as their song to be able to show a new side of themselves. Overall, their stage was incredible. It's obviously the set design was expensive as hell, which is an advantage whether a fair one is up for debate. I also think this performance sets a very obvious path Gravity will follow. If I'm being honest, it's either between them or Onius to take the final win, like there really is no other chance. This performance is definitely up there in my favorites for this mission. But I have to be honest, I felt like this was also where the ace felt the most overshadowed and invisible. I don't think it's because of his performance skills necessarily, but rather with how the dance and storyline was set up. Anyways, as of right now, before I look at any scores, the front runners for me are easily Unite, Gravity and Onius. Set quality and performance-wise, they're in a completely different league than everyone else. This can 100% be a budget, monetary, and industry connection privilege these teams have, which definitely sucks, I agree, but in my opinion I feel like that is part of the entire Queendom series as a whole. Some of the most popular Queendom the series, including Kingdom performances, are also some of the most expensive or intricate sets in K-pop in general. Crazy set technology, visual tricks, huge props that make a stage an entire different environment is in the spirit of this series. Whether that's fair or not sadly doesn't change the fact that those that take that route will have a huge advantage in the entire season. Of course, this only the first stage. Ensure as the season goes on each group stage will get crazier and crazier. Anyways, Gravity did great and this had their opponents shaking and quaking, which I would too if I'm being honest. After the live voting, the final winner of the three-way battle is revealed to be Gravity, which I agree with. Like I said earlier, I definitely think the final winner will be between Gravity and Onius, which Gravity being given the underdog and redemption storyline. Anyways, the voting for the final overall winners begin and we start announcing the new rankings. The ranking of the three battle winners is revealed first. First place, Gravity with 10,769 points. Second place, Unite with 10,249 points. Third place, the New Six with 9,879 points. Fourth place, Onius with 6,997 points. Fifth place, Tempest with 4,756. Sixth place, The Crew One with 4,585 points. Seventh place, A-Turn with 4,423 points. Personally, I disagree with the winner. I think Gravity was for sure top 3 or top 2 material, but Unite just really did it for me, like everything was perfect. A-Turn, I'd having a hard time, dropping 6 ranks, from first place in the evaluation mission to now last in 7th. We then get the ace rankings revealed. First, Huang Wang, 9,483 points. Second, Yoon Sang, 9,160 points. Third, Haongjun, 7,498. Fourth, Yun Huai, 6,465. Fifth, Lu, 6,025. Sixth, Soonwon, 4,674. Seventh, Youngyu, 4,517. I honestly agree with the top 2. They both did amazing and stood out to most to me. Anyways, the benefits Gravity and Onius will be given are getting to decide the cue sheet for the next round. Since technically there are 2 winners, a final overall winner must be chosen. The winner will be decided through an ace battle. Haongjun performs first. I thought it was cool. It was pretty and I really liked how the outfit went with the performance. Next is Hwan Woong. I mean, this was kinda crazy how hard he went, like this was just so good now. He's genuinely at boy potential with just how expressive and emotional his movements are. Just a little nitpick, I love religious iconography and symbolism, one of my favorite things, but it's getting kinda tiring now. I feel the same way I felt about all of the flips and stunts in episode 1 that I feel about all the religious symbolism in mission 1. Like, do they all have a group meeting to choose what they're gonna have as the same and overuse for each week? The final winner is determined as Hwan Woong, which again, let's be honest, completely deserved. He did incredible. He also continues his ace winning streak, winning all 3 current ace battle, and also the only idol this season to have multiple wins and any wins in general so far. The next mission is also announced as being an identity mission. The groups get to perform their own songs. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not excited. Something tells me next week we'll have very similar performances back to back. There is also an ace condition, where there are 2 aces performing. There are also eliminations for next round, determined by an ace battle. However, this is only if the ace and team rankings are different. If they're the same last place, you're eliminated immediately. One of the 2 aces is revealed for each team, with the current revealed aces being Hwan Woong, Myungho, Junseok, Yoonsang, Taeyang, Jinhyuk, Hyuk. And with that the episode ends. Overall, this episode has still been really good and up to par with the other episodes. It was just I was not in the mood to sit and watch and edit, lol. My FOV performance overall this week was easily Onius, but I'm interested in knowing yours, so comment down below. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you next week. Bye.